Hey, this Old Testament man, real wrath of God type stuff. Fire and brimstone coming down from the skies. Rivers and seas boiling. 4 years of darkness, earthquakes, volcanoes. The dead rising from the grave. Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together. That's hysteria.
No, I wasn't flying anywhere. No, of course. And I don't know, listen, and I'm telling you this right now. I don't think I'll be flying anywhere in the future, and that's for sure. Have you been seeing what's been going on? No, I'm serious. I mean, look at this. I mean, the FAA is losing control. That's what's going on around here, and it's saying that the whole infrastructure and the system, the whole FAA infrastructure needs to be reset. Well, listen, this is now a perfect time to sit there and say, you know what? The next time I'm going across country, I'm going on a bus, maybe a train. But as far as flying goes, no, what was it? This is the second time that Newark, it was up in New Jersey, you know, right out there beside, what is it? New York City and that whole area. Yeah, no, yes, right. The East Coast, the Atlantic, northeastern seaboard, whatever it is. But they're having some issues when it comes to planes and the whole air traffic control system. So I'm telling you right now, I don't know if you're going to see me in a plane anytime soon. So, but I just wanted to clarify that right out of the gate because I was gone. So I didn't want you guys thinking that I was stuck on a plane somewhere that couldn't land because the air traffic control tower was busted. No. It was just one of those things where I just took a week off. But we are back now here on the 10th day of May in the year 2025. It is 10:15 as we broadcast from the beautiful sunny campus here at the University of Richmond. You're listening to WDCE 90.1 FM, setting the standard and raising the bar here on the only award-winning radio show dedicated to the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning, hosted by me, a real award-winning media puppet. From the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam NewsMan, and this is Saturday morning. I want to thank everyone, of course, for joining into the show. I have a couple of things going on over here. I have the Sam Cams live up and running. We're live here on Instagram. We're live here on Facebook, YouTube, and X. So Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and X. And yes, that is a real radio microphone over there. If you're here locally in Richmond, I always say that the real way to listen to the show is the radio. Why? Because I play songs and all that other fun stuff. But what you need to do is you need to download the Live 365 app. Search WDC, and you'll be able to listen to the show as it's intended. Well, you know, I don't expect everybody to sit here and turn on cameras on Saturday morning. Hell, most of them are probably still rolling around in bed. But no, but seriously, what you're supposed to do, you can sit there, set your alarm, and then all of a sudden you roll over one Saturday morning, and you might hit the snooze button, or you just might hear my beautiful puppet voice. And you're saying, well, hey, listen to that coming out of the radio. But then you might say, oh, well, I need to hear more than that beautiful puppet voice. I need to see that beautiful puppet face. So that's why we do the whole video thing here, Facebook, YouTube, and X, and Instagram. But the video is a supplement, not a substitute. It's a supplement, not a substitute. You're supposed to just be doing your thing on Saturday morning, cooking breakfast. What else? Sleeping in. We already got to that one. Oh, yeah, taking kids to some kind of sporting event, practice, or some game, or something. You know, people are responsible. You know, they have kids, they have soccer practice, whatever it is. But you can listen to my voice as you travel along to soccer practice. And educate your children. Educate your children about the magic of Saturday morning and what it once stood for. Well, I mean, it stands for something now. Well, because I came back and took it over. Yeah, well, and that's why you're all upset when I just take a week off. I mean, can't I get my own R&R? Any now and then, rest and relaxation? Yeah. No, not restroom, you moron. No, that's what I'm, no. Oh, Good grief. Anyways, yes, the producers are here as well. No, they're not going to say anything. You're never going to hear them talk, because the last thing you want to do is hear a producer start talking into the microphone. Just ruin the whole show. Just wreck the whole thing, and that's just terrible. We don't want that to happen. We do have a couple of people here joining in. Mary Murr, of course, first as usual. I have Big M, Sarah Y. We have Roundhead, Ash Bailey, Big M. Shout out to all of you who are joining in and just watching along here. But we do have some interesting things coming along here. There was an earthquake. There was an earthquake here locally. Well, yeah, it was another one of those underground bases. Yeah, that's not what they're going to tell you. They'll tell you some story about geological survey and blah, 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 and fault lines. And no. There's an epic war underground. It's been going on for a long time. But you're not supposed to know any of that, so we won't go too much more into it. Other than the fact that there's been a whole bunch of stuff coming along now on the news wire saying that there are trillions of dollars that have been spent on underground cities and bunkers and stuff for the elite. But that's okay. That's okay. Everything's going to be A-okay. Just another reset like they always do every 250 years. But outside of that, did you see what was going on with Pam Bondi? You know, as far as this, I tell everyone this all the time. It's absolutely ridiculous. But, you know what? I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. Maybe we'll talk about it at the top of next hour. No. Listen, I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing it. I tell you what, because Ghislaine Maxwell, I swear, she's the only one who's been arrested and tried and convicted of child sex trafficking to absolutely no one. It's true. Who's gotten in trouble? Oh, Prince Andrew. Oh, and there's another little video out saying, oh, well, you know, blah, blah, blah. No, listen, who cares? We already know that the lizard people elite, so don't care about anybody to begin with. So that doesn't even matter. No, it's just ridiculous. You know, next thing you know, she's going to come out with a bunch of more new notebooks that just trolls everybody, making sure that they're going to say, hey, well, you know, we're on the Epstein thing. No, you're not. Just stop it. What was that? The toy stuff. Ah, yes, the toy stuff. There will be toy talk and toy information that we will get to. And that'll be at the top of next hour, around 11-ish or so. Whenever we get back, just stick around. It'll be the top of next hour whenever we show up. But no, this is very interesting. People have been asking me, and like I said, I wasn't here last week, but there's this whole brouhaha about toys and tariffs, and there's a whole bunch of things going on. President naming all toys and action figures dolls, and so listen, we'll unpack all of that at the top of next hour. Just make sure you stick around. Tell everybody that if they're into action figures and toys, they want to know what's going on. They want to know my thoughts on all of this. Just stay tuned to the top of next hour. What? Oh, my hat. Yes, my hat. It is from the White House. Didn't you guys? So here's the interesting thing, ladies and gentlemen. Do you remember back when President Trump came here to Richmond a little over a year or so ago? Right. Well, he has this rally, and I end up getting a press pass. And in this journey of me covering the president as he goes and transverses the country and tries to get back into the White House, I show up, and you know what happens, right? Well, the Secret Service told me to leave. They did. And then when I asked them what was the problem, they said, well, the media is upset with you. And I said, hold on, wait, what? And they said, what do you mean? I said, what do you mean that the media is upset with me? And they said, well, the media is upset with you because you delegitimize them. Me? I delegitimize the legacy? Me? I delegitimize them. You know what? I was starting to look around for a gold medal at that point, because I was like, well, hold on. If it takes me to delegitimize the media, which has been operating with intel agencies since Project Mockingbird and before, then you know what? I'll tell you what. I want a medal. I want an award. In fact, speaking of awards and medals, you know the whole Richmond Times-Dispatch? the best of Richmond. You know that starts on Wednesday, right? Round one of two, but we have to get through this round first. That's right. Well, 2 years ago, we got third place. Last year, we got second place. And of course, this year, the hashtag is hashtag finish the story 2025. That's right. Hashtag finish the story 2025. And the reason is we want to finish the story. We want to go ahead and just cap this off, the last 7 years of this radio show, with the best morning radio show award, brought to you by the Richmond Times-Dispatch. But we can only do that with your help. And you ask, well, how do we do this, Sam? Well, the first thing is the nomination round. Now, on Wednesday, I will have links in my profile. There'll be links in the profile of where you can click on and then go ahead and nominate me, nominate NewsMan. So that's the other hashtag nominate NewsMan. So we have nominate NewsMan, hashtag finish the story 2025. And the whole idea about this is that when you go and you're going to have to register. Now, I know. Listen, it's the last time you're going to do this, okay? Because when it comes to the voting round in July, you're not going to have to do this. I promise you won't have to do this in July. But we have to make it to July 1st. And how do we do that? With your vote. What is your vote? How does your vote? How do you do your vote? Like I said, there's going to be a link in my profile. There'll be a link in my profile, and that link will take you to the Richmond Times-Dispatch website. And after about 48 hours, you'll see my name that will come up on the list. You'll see Sam Newsman, and you'll be able to just nominate. Now, you only can nominate one time per email. You understand that? One time per email. Right. That's right. So make sure you only nominate Newsman one time per email. No, listen, I'm not saying that you need to cheat. No, we're not cheating here. No, it's a different email that's registered and everything. It's your significant others, right? Listen, let's not kid ourselves. Everybody has about 5 or 6 different email addresses to begin with. So just use them all. Use them all and then tell everybody in your family too. I'm just telling you right now, you're not going to get a bunch of spam. You're not going to get a bunch of mail that says, oh, well, blah, 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 blah in Richmond, and you live out in, Tacoma somewhere. No. No, you're not going to get that. And even if you did, you can always just go back in and just say, oh, hey, listen, I unsubscribe, right? And that's fine. That's fine. All this does is just tries to make the integrity of the vote manageable, right? Yeah. We don't want to, have a level of darkness, cloud of darkness over the integrity of the vote. So that's why you would have to register. So I'm sorry that has to be the thing. But you have to do it just the one time, and I promise the only time, because if we make the second round, which is in July, we'll have a phone number, a number that you can actually dial. It's not even you text a number to a phone number, right? Yeah, you text a number to a phone number, and that's the way that you vote. Then you won't have to do any registering and blah blah blah, emailing and all that jazz. But we have to make it first. So what that means is that you have to hashtag nominate Newsman. That's hashtag nominate Newsman. And it is from May 14th through June 4th. May 14th through June 4th. Like I said, all of the information will be linked in the profile here on Instagram. Also, the other profiles as well. The profiles on YouTube, Facebook, and they'll be everywhere. And that's starting on Wednesday. And so we'll have more information about that coming soon throughout that time too. But hey, listen, if we don't make it, it's because of your fault for not nominating Newsman. So if we don't make the next round, then it is all your fault. Let's just put it that way. It's not mine. It's yours. But hopefully that won't happen, and we'll move on to the next round. But the top 5 radio shows are the ones that move on to the next round. And the year before that, there was like 21 shows. Last year was like 16. So, but we do need your help. You hashtag nominate Newsman. That's nominate Newsman from May 14th through June 4th. Okay, so Radio only segment coming up. Yes, like I said, radio only segment. This is a radio show. I do have the Professor Deep Cut Dave coming in just a few moments. We're going to talk about anime. We're going to talk about anime because it is May. So we're going to talk about anime. Well, anime. Anime in May. Anime. So we're going to talk about anime in just a few moments, and we'll have a prediction for maybe a few matches tonight of Backlash, because it is WWE Backlash. So, of course, got to have some predictions as well. We'll be back in just a few moments here on the only award-winning radio show dedicated to the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning, hosted by me, a real award-winning media puppet. Download the Live 365 app, search WDCE, or go to WDCE.org to listen to these radio-only segments. From the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Saturday Morning.